AniOta become ninja. Chapter 5 The Visitor. The Ninja Project was gaining momentum. But the first major challenge awaited the three. One day, Ryan codename Jen called an emergency meeting. Emily codename Momo and Jun codename Hanzo joined the online meeting. Everyone, we've got a problem. When I tried to access the military's system, their security was unusually strengthened. They've put up some pretty tough firewalls, Jen began. What if you get caught? Hanzo asked worriedly. I was careful, but it's tough to get through as things stand. We need a new approach, Jen replied. Momo, looking thoughtful, said, so it's hard for us to directly track the military's movements? Isn't there some other way? Jen nodded, exactly. We need to come up with a different approach based on the information I've gathered so far. For example, we could monitor neighboring countries' movements, or collaborate with other hackers. In that case, I'll help. I might be able to gather more extensive information using the university's network, Hanzo added. I'll also try to gather information through medical networks while progressing with my plasma research, Momo said. The three returned to their research, searching for new methods of information gathering. That night, Ryan attempted to access the military's system again from his apartment. Using various techniques, he tried to break through the new firewalls. Let's see how this works, Jen muttered as he typed on the keyboard. After several hours, he finally found a security weakness and managed to access part of the system. He quickly collected as much information as possible and began analyzing it. Suddenly, the intercom rang. Startled, Ryan checked the monitor and saw a woman holding a cardboard box. Delivery, he thought with relief. But when he opened the door, the woman spoke politely, Mr. Ryan Smith? I'm Yuri Takahashi from the Ministry of Defense. May I have a word with you? Ryan, sweating inwardly but maintaining his composure, replied, yes. Is there a problem? Actually, we detected that you attempted to access the Kurunarian military's system. This could become a national security issue. So we'd like to hear your explanation, Takahashi said. Ryan hesitated for a moment but, seeing the imposing men standing behind, he realized he had no choice but to explain the entire Ninja Project. Chapter 6 To the Ministry of Defense. Ryan was escorted by men on both sides to the Ministry of Defense facility, where he underwent rigorous security checks, and his identity was thoroughly verified. Takahashi, the head of the Cybersecurity Division, Cyber Countermeasures section at the Ministry of Defense, began calmly and politely asking detailed questions about Ryan's actions. Mr. Ryan, could you tell us why you tried to access the Kronelian system? Takahashi asked. Ryan took a deep breath before answering. Actually, the three of us have formed a team called the Ninja Project. Emily, Jun, and I are leveraging our respective areas of expertise to address the threat of Kronelian nuclear proliferation. Takahashi looked at him with interest. Specifically, what kind of initiatives are you working on? Ryan continued. Emily is researching a treatment for thyroid cancer using plasma technology. Jun is working on decontaminating radioactive soil using microorganisms. And I am using blockchain technology to manage the project. and implement security measures while monitoring Crunelian activities. After pondering for a moment, Takahashi spoke. Your project is very intriguing. However, we cannot condone unauthorized access to Crunelian systems. Ryan responded with a serious expression. I understand that what I did was illegal. I'm sorry. But I wanted to do what I could to overcome this crisis, he apologized. Takahashi smiled slightly. I understand your sincerity. However, this issue is not straightforward. We are also monitoring Crunelian activities. If we can have your cooperation, we might be able to respond more dynamically. Ryan was surprised. So, you're saying you'll overlook it? Takahashi quietly nodded. However, you will act under our supervision. There are many things we cannot do in our position. You understand what this means, right? Ryan, relieved, replied, yes, thank you. I'll inform Emily and Jun immediately. Takahashi continued, I have one more suggestion. To ensure your safety, please use nicknames or other aliases from now on. We will do the same. Ryan replied, we already do that online. Emily is Momo, Jun is Hanzo, and I'm Jen. Thus, detailed discussions for cooperation with the Ministry of Defense took place, and Ryan contacted Emily and Jun. The three held another online meeting, where Ryan reported his experiences and the cooperation with the Ministry of Defense. So, we can cooperate with the Ministry of Defense. But our actions will be closely monitored. Also, for safety, they instructed us to consistently use code names. From now on, Jen explained. Momo, surprised but pleased, said, this is incredible. Our research might progress even further with this. Hanzo agreed. Yes. With the Ministry of Defense's support, our project can be more dynamic. But we must act cautiously. The three, with renewed determination, revised their plans to advance the Ninja project further. With the Ministry of Defense's cooperation, their efforts entered a new phase. Chapter 7 Signs of Leakage. Hanzo, Momo, are you ready? Jen asked in the online meeting. Of course, Jen. Thanks to Takahashi-san's support, I'm almost ready to start mouse experiments with the plasma device. And the data analysis is progressing well, Momo replied. Same here. The cultures of Otakus, Radiodurans and Shawanala onidensis are going smoothly. We might soon start experiments on decontaminating radioactive soil. The cooperation from the Ministry of Defense has been significant. My professor was surprised at how smoothly various approvals were obtained, Hanzo continued. Jen nodded in satisfaction. That's great. Now, the reason I called this urgent meeting is that we've detected signs of nuclear weapons leakage. From Crunelia to the Republic of Zalin in Africa, the Ministry of Defense is currently investigating and analyzing satellite images and other open sources through the GICNT Global Initiative. To combat nuclear terrorism, I'm trying to intercept communications between Crunelia and Zalin. This is a gray area, so it's up to me. Are you sure you're okay? Momo asked worriedly. I'll be fine. If anything happens, Takahashi-san will take action. But both of you need to be careful. Please be fully aware that we are involved in a dangerous project that might put our lives at risk. I understand. Although, to be honest, it doesn't quite feel real yet, Hanzo responded. Right. I haven't told my family because I don't want them to worry, Momo added. About 10 days later, Jen was summoned by Takahashi to the Ministry of Defense. Jen, we've finally coordinated with the United States military. From now on, the United States will fully support your project. Additionally, this is up to your decision, but to ensure your safety. The United States military has prepared a residence for you at Yokota Air Base. What do you think? Takahashi asked. Well, I'm more worried about my family than myself. There's no need to worry about that. We've already arranged protection for the families of all three of you. In a way that they won't notice, Takahashi explained to Jen. Is that so? As expected of Takahashi-san. Now I can act with peace of mind. Regarding Yokota Air Base, I understand. I'll make the preparations immediately. Having secured cooperation from both the Ministry of Defense and the United States military, Jen reported this to the other two, and began preparing for the move to Yokota Air Base.